Good morning, everyone. I am Irish A. Kalangad and I am here to discuss the pleurisy. Pleurisy is a clinical term to describe pleuritic, and this refers to inflammation of both layers of the pleurae, which is the parietal and visceral. The signs and symptoms of pleurisy include chest pain. The chest pain, we also call this the pleuritic pain, which is a sharp stabbing pain na magworsen during sa deep breathing, coughing, sneezing, or even movement. And then the shortness of breath, which we can see there's a difficulty of breathing due to pain or underlying complications like the pleural effusion. And then the pleural friction rub, like you can hear a grating or squeezy sound heard during auscultation caused by the inflammation of the pleural surface nga mag-rub against each other. And then there's a cough which may be a dry or productive cough depending on the underlying cause. And evidence of infection, which is a fever and malaise, which is very common if pleurisy is caused by an infection such as pneumonia or tuberculosis. Next, let's discuss the risk factors, which is the infections, including the viral infections like COVID-19, bacterial infections like pneumonia, and the fungal infections, which is very rare but possible if the individual have a weakened immune system. And then lung diseases like COPD and lung cancer. Another risk factor is the autoimmune disorder, including here the rheumatoid arthritis and the systemic lupus, which is commonly linked to pleurisy. Next is trauma or injury in the chest, or including here the surgical procedures done, and the certain medications like the antiarrhythmic that can cause pulmonary toxicity, or certain chemotherapy agents that can trigger pleuritis as a side effect. Next is the other medical conditions as a risk factors like pericarditis, pancreatitis, kidney failure, and liver diseases. And then the lifestyle and environmental factors like smoking, the exposure to asbestos and air pollution, and then the weakened immune system as mentioned a while ago, the conditions like HIV and AIDS, or immunosuppressive therapy like chemotherapy that can increase the susceptibility to infections, which can lead more to pleurisy. Now let's continue discussing the pathophysiology of pleurisy. The pleurisy may develop in conjunction with pneumonia or an upper respiratory tract infections and tuberculosis. First, there will be the triggering event that can cause disruption of pleural normal state, including here the infections like bacterial, viral, and fungal infections, the chest trauma, autoimmune diseases, or other causes that can disrupt the pleural normal state. And then after disruption, there will be an inflammation of the pleura that will also then releases the inflammatory mediator. Because of the injury of the pleura, this will activate the immune response, releasing cytokines and prostaglandin. And the increase in vascular permeability, the inflammatory mediator then causes the blood vessels in the pleura to become more permeable, leading to edema in the pleural tissue and also increase the fluid accumulation in the pleural cavity. And then after the increase in permeability, tungod na siya accumulation and then edema, there will be loss of lubrication. The normal lubricating fluid may decrease or dili na kayo siya effective due to inflammation, leading to friction between the pleural layers during the respiratory movements. During respiration na chest pain, then there will be a stimulation of pain receptors. So the parietal pleura contains sensory nerve endings, unlike the visceral pleura. And the inflammation of friction irritates these pain fibers, resulting in pleuritic chest pain, which I described earlier, a sharp localized pain that worsens during deep breathing, coughing, or even movement. And then let's move on to the anatomy and physiology of the respiratory system. The primary system affected in pleurisy is the respiratory system, specifically the pleura, which is the double-layered membrane surrounding the lungs and lining the chest cavity. The pleurisy disrupts the normal functioning of the respiratory system by causing inflammation of the pleura. And these changes will collectively disrupt normal breathing, oxygenation, and the overall respiratory efficiency, leading to the symptoms of pleurisy including chest pain, shortness of breath, and sometimes fever if infection is present. Now let's discuss the medical management of patients with pleurisy. So the objective of the treatment is to discover the underlying condition and the cause of pleurisy and also to relieve the pain. So as I said earlier, this is the conjunction of the underlying infections, and if the underlying diseases like pneumonia or infection is treated, ang pleuritic inflammation usually resolves on its own. In medical management, we'll first evaluate the medical history and physical examination. Mag-asta kung nabay sharp chest pain, ang particularly pain na mag-worsen during breathing, coughing, or movement. We will ask about the medical past history, including the lung infection, autoimmune diseases, or trauma in the chest. And for physical examinations, we will observe the breathing pattern of the patient and assess kung shallow ba siya or labored breathing, and mag-perform auscultation to detect a pleural friction rub. Mao ang hallmark sound caused by the inflamed pleural surfaces rubbing together. And then mag-evaluate for ang reduced chest wall movement on the affected side and tenderness during palpation. And at the same time, the patient must be monitored for signs and symptoms of pleural effusion, like shortness of breath, pain, assumption of a position para ma-decrease ang pain, and then the prescribed analgesic agents, topical applications, and NSAIDs. The prescribing analgesic agents and topical application like hot and cold mag-provide siya symptomatic relief. And then non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, mo siya ang first line of treatment kung naay pleuritic chest pain and inflammation, o kung severe na gali ang pain and the intercostal nerve block may be required. Then we will discuss the surgical management of the patient with pleurisy. First is the thoracentesis. This is a minimally invasive procedure para ma-drain ang fluid from the pleural space gamit sa needle o gang catheter. Second is the tube thoracostomy, or we call this the chest tube insertion. O ang placement of a chest tube na mag-drain of fluid or air from the pleural cavity. Next is the video-assisted thoracoscopic surgery, or the VATS. This is also a minimally invasive surgical technique na magamit og camera and instruments nga gina-insert through sa small incision. Next is thoracotomy. This is an open surgical procedure involving a large incision in the chest para ma-access ang pleural space. 5 is the pleurodesis. This is a procedure para ma-fuse ang pleural layers together using chemical agents, or a surgical ablation para ma-prevent ihang fluid accumulation. Last is the pleurectomy. This is a surgical removal sa part of the pleura, all of the pleura nga kay gina-remove niya, and this may require a longer recovery period depending on the extent of the surgery. Next, we will discuss the nursing management. First, let's discuss the assessment, including here the health history and physical examination, a subjective and objective assessment. In health history, we'll assess the pain. We'll ask about sa nature of the chest pain, identify nato ang factors nga nag-aggravate sa pain, and assess nato ang pain relief measures like lying on the affected side or shallow ba ang breathing. And then assess nato ang breathing difficulties, ang iyang associated symptoms. Munang mag-assess ta sa iyahang past medical history, i-review na to if na ba siya mga underlying autoimmune disorders, and the physical examination through objective assessment, assess for discomfort, kanang like mag-clutch siya sa iyang chest, or look for signs and symptoms such as cyanosis or restlessness. So another objective assessment including here the vital signs, the temperature, respiratory rate, the oxygen saturation, and heart rate and blood pressure. Kay this involved during there's a complication sa pleurisy. And then respiratory assessment, we will assess the inspection, palpation, percussion, and auscultation. Like malisan ta siyang pleural friction rub, katong grating ang squeezy sound nga ma-heard during auscultation if diminished or absent bang breath, and there's a presence of crackles or wheezes during respiratory conditions like pneumonia. And then moving on, the intervention, they'll promote a smoking cessation. May emphasize na to ang importance sa pag-quit sa smoking, and the hydration and nutrition. Encourage na to ang patient nga adequate fluid intake and balanced diet para masupport ang iyang recovery if na may surgery, especially if na may surgery done. And then activity, mag-promote rest during acute episodes, but encourage also gyapon the physical activity as tolerated to prevent deconditioning. And then provide non-pharmacological relief such as positioning na mag-lie on the affected side or elevate the head, or mag-apply of warm compress if applicable. And then we will administer oxygen therapy as needed to manage the hypoxia and improve breathing. And then in patient education, we'll explain the pleurisy, its causes, and treatment plan para ma-understand natong patient iyahang condition, emphasize natong importance sa pag-address aning underlying condition. Then the pain management techniques will teach proper use of pain medication and non-pharmacologic measures, teach patient to use hand or pillow kung mag-splint rib cage during mag-cough while coughing, and then encourage slow, controlled breathing to minimize the discomfort. And for breathing exercise, we'll demonstrate deep breathing techniques, and then stress the importance of preventing complications like lung collapse or pneumonia. And then for activity modification, we'll advise nga mag-rest and encourage light activity, and then avoid activities nga mag-exacerbate sa symptoms. And then recognize the complications, educate us on signs of worsening conditions like increase na iyang chest pain, nanay fever, and shortness of breath, and when to seek the medical help. And then for care planning, the goals for this is to relieve the pain and improve comfort, and restore effective breathing patterns, and optimize the oxygenation, address and treat the underlying cause of pleurisy, and prevent complications such as pleural effusion or respiratory distress. But the care plan is still individualized based on the patient condition, underlying cause, and response to treatment. Munang regular evaluation and adjustment of intervention is very critical. Then the nursing diagnosis. First is the ineffective breathing pattern related to stabbing chest pain as evidenced by shallow rapid breathing, use of accessory muscles, or patient reports of difficulty breathing. So the pain during respiration often leads to shallow breathing or kanang mag-alter niya iyang respiratory patterns, which may reduce the ventilatory efficiency. Next, the impaired gas exchange related to pain and pleural effusion as evidenced by shortness of breath, decreased oxygen saturation levels, cyanosis, or abnormal arterial blood gas values. The pain and the fluid accumulation sa pleural cavity, mag-limit siya og lung expansion that can also reduce oxygenation and carbon dioxide elimination. Last is the acute pain related to pleural inflammation as evidenced by patient report of sharp chest pain rated on a pain scale, and limited movement or shallow breathing to avoid discomfort. And these three diagnoses guide the interventions such as the pain management, oxygen therapy, and strategies para masupport ang effective breathing patterns. And that would be my report all about the pleurisy. Thank you.